AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Thank you all for joining us here in week number 2. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we got a great one this week, partner. One of the only games league-wide featuring 2 teams who both won their openers.
Yeah, it's been mission accomplished so far, each off to the start that they envisioned as the season began. And while it's only week 2, whoever can come out of this one with a win and jump to 2-0 has everybody in their division looking up at them.
Only one team will keep the winning ways going to start the season as we're off in week 2. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. That his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're gonna face 3rd down. Dak now from the gun. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. Steering the ship, already in charge in just his first season, their rookie signal caller from the Ohio State University.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Second and 6 coming up here. Here's Tracy once more. He's out near midfield and still going. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Now, Brock, we get a look at their draft class from this year. A group that, regardless of reviews around the league, they are very happy with.
Well, beyond the physical traits, there are certain types of players teams are just looking for in the draft. Guys who fit the identity and culture of the building and also match up with their schemes on the field. Looking at a couple names in front of us here, Kate, they just feel like they belong with this franchise.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. pass play now. He puts everything behind this one. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I didn't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So on 4th down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Prescott here from the gun. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That one's rejected at the line. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Jukes one defender, and he's brought down before the return gets far. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be Giants football. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. They go play action on 1st. Trying for the deep ball. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
A handoff to Tracy. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. So that brings up 4th and long. Ryan Wright on to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet. The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Bobby Okereke making that stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun is Prescott. Cut out left. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They've got first down from the 31. First down, here's Dak. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Catch made by Cooks. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's contained at the line for no gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Buys time, rolling right. And he gets this forward to the 19. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Prescott now on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Gay's kick is good. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now here comes the New York offense. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the hands of Neighbors. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Caught by Theo Johnson. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Deron Bland.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They go right back to Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And this one doesn't go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down. You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a big play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. To throw is Prescott. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And no doubt still some disappointment internally, at least, after their last drive ended empty-handed following that missed field goal. Throwing it to start this drive. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They'll try and throw it here. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one's marked as a 38-yard punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. To throw, Prescott. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing on first is Prescott. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept at breaking up those passes.
Throwing again is Dak. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Short yardage situation here. It's third and 2. Dak throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Here's Prescott, first and 10. Intercepted in the end zone. Rasul Douglas picks it off.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Giants take over now late in this first half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. He lobs it deep middle. Trying to float that one in. Defenders there for the interception. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
The Cowboys and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that.
Yeah! Here we go!
They kick the running back in motion. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 19. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Phillips. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there. Heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll start in upstate New York. Sean McDermott's former team, Carolina, in town to take on Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Nick Chubb with a touchdown run. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. 2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson. If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far. These 2 teams making their final adjustment for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Gets this to Johnson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They run. Here's Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
from the 36. Neighbors with a catch. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the gun on third down. He has the first over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He completes it in traffic. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Got a man, Robinson has it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down? Here in the third quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Right, ready to send this one away. Return starts from the 16. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah! Here we go! 26! 26!
First down, here's Dak. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Yeah! Here we go! 26! 26!
Second down, here's Prescott again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Yeah! Here we go! 26!
Dak now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it. Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And it's picked out by the Giants. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and the next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. This is Tracy, and he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Tracy. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. He's going to throw this one. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants parlay the turnover into a lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Brown able to tack on the point after. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Right, ready to send this one away. Fielded at the 14. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. Well, we all know at this point, turnover's the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
This finds Cooks complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Another carry for him. He breaks the tackle, and he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. So we're through 3 here. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go. 26, 22.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
Prescott here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal. The Giants using their first timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They're running again. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Flush down out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Here we go.
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Cowboys now trailed by just a point in the 4th. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Well, Brock, not the way I imagined it was designed there on 4th and goal, but I don't think these coaches cared how he got the job done. Just make sure you get in for 6.
Yeah, really just 2 options here as the game speeds up down there, right? Find a throwing lane and execute quickly, or you better escape and make it happen with your legs. He didn't get the throwing lane, the coverage he wanted. So a great decision. You cannot hesitate. You got to go for it. And he sure did and used that athleticism for 6.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. The Giants offense all set to get started. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 37. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
For him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're staring at 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. The Cowboys offense headed out there. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Play action, Prescott. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
From the gun is Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, looking to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, it's Tracy. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Two timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. A give right side to Tracy. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Giants going for the win here. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Tracy once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. A handoff to Tracy. And he gets this forward to the 19. The Cowboys signaling for their 1st time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. They're now set for 1st and 10. It's Tracy on the carry. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Running this with Tracy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Tracy can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well...
And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Short kick here, fielded at the 15. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Cowboys about set to take over. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Here he is to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Setting up to pass. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from Dallas.